The WWE Universe was left reeling after an unprecedented series of events on Monday Night Raw, following the aftermath of Crown Jewel 2025. Seth Rollins, known as the Visionary, had just endured a grueling match that pushed him to the limits of his physical and emotional endurance. Fans expected the aftermath to be dramatic, but what unfolded backstage was beyond anyone's imagination. Rollins, who has been a cornerstone of WWE for over a decade, was reportedly injured during his match at Crown Jewel. While WWE frequently showcases intense physical storytelling, injuries at this level often carry consequences not only for the in-ring narrative, but also for real-life career trajectories. For Seth, this was compounded by an even more devastating betrayal. Paul Heyman and Bron Breakker turned against him, leaving him vulnerable both physically and professionally. The shock of Heyman's betrayal. Paul Heyman, WWE's legendary advocate and master strategist, has been a guiding force behind numerous careers, including Seth Rollins. Heyman's reputation as a mastermind is unparalleled. He has been the architect behind the careers of Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, and many others. To see him turn on Rollins, the man he had mentored and supported, sent shockwaves throughout the WWE Universe. The betrayal was executed with precision and dramatic flair. Heyman, whose cunning has always been his signature, aligned himself with Bron Breakker, a rising star whose raw athleticism and explosive in-ring style have made him one of WWE's most talked-about talents. Together, Heyman and Breakker orchestrated a calculated attack on Rollins during the live broadcast of Raw, leaving him injured and humiliated. Bron Breakker's role, rising star turns predator. Bron Breakker, the new powerhouse of WWE, demonstrated why he is considered the future of the company. Known for his agility, strength, and relentless aggression, Breakker seized the opportunity to establish dominance over Rollins, a veteran who had previously seemed untouchable. Breakker's betrayal was not a spontaneous act of aggression. It was the culmination of months of tension and foreshadowed conflict. By aligning with Heyman, he leveraged both strategy and surprise to deliver a message. The era of the Visionary is under threat, and the next generation is ready to take control. The injury, physical and emotional consequences. Seth Rollins' injury added an extra layer of intensity to the storyline. Reports indicated that the damage sustained during Crown Jewel was exacerbated by the backstage assault, leaving Rollins in a vulnerable position. This injury not only affects his ability to compete in the short term, but also heightens the drama surrounding his betrayal. For fans, seeing Rollins in pain and betrayed by trusted allies created an emotional connection. The combination of physical vulnerability and professional treachery humanizes the character, showing that even seasoned veterans are susceptible to both physical and emotional setbacks. Backstage tension and fallout. The backstage environment after the betrayal was reportedly tense and chaotic. WWE personnel and fellow superstars watched as Rollins grappled with the shock of Heyman and Breakker's actions. Conversations and interviews highlighted the gravity of the moment. Alliances had shifted, trust had been broken, and the balance of power within WWE Raw had changed dramatically. This incident underscores the fragile dynamics that exist in professional wrestling. Even long-standing alliances, carefully built over years, can collapse in an instant when ambition, opportunity, and strategy intersect. Fan reactions. Social media erupts. The WWE Universe reacted almost immediately to the shocking events. Clips of the attack, Rollins' injury, and the betrayal went viral across platforms. Fans expressed outrage, disbelief, and anticipation in equal measure. Hashtags like #SethRollins, #HeymanBetrayal, #BronBreakker, and #RAWChaos trended worldwide, reflecting the magnitude of the storyline and its resonance with audiences. Social media discussions centered not only on the betrayal itself, but also on the potential fallout. Would Rollins recover and retaliate? Could he reclaim the visionary mantle? And what role would Heyman and Breakker play in shaping the next chapter of WWE Raw? The strategic genius of Paul Heyman. Heyman's betrayal demonstrates his continued mastery of WWE storytelling. He did not simply attack Rollins for shock value. His actions were calculated to maximize impact, elevate Breakker, and shift the power dynamics of WWE Raw. By orchestrating the attack, Heyman positioned himself as a strategic puppet master, capable of influencing both veteran and emerging talent to suit his vision of dominance and control. This move reinforces Heyman's role as one of the most influential figures in professional wrestling, reminding fans and superstars alike that alliances are fluid and loyalty is always conditional. The future of Seth Rollins and the Visionary Era. Seth Rollins now faces one of the greatest challenges of his career. His injury, combined with the betrayal of trusted allies, sets the stage for a dramatic redemption arc. Rollins must navigate physical recovery, regain his footing within WWE Raw, and confront the dual threat posed by Heyman and Breakker. The potential storylines are vast: high-stakes matches, tense promos, and emotionally charged confrontations will dominate WWE programming. Fans can anticipate a long-term narrative that explores themes of trust, resilience, and the struggle to reclaim one's legacy in the face of overwhelming adversity, setting the stage for WWE Raw's next chapter. The events following Crown Jewel have reshaped the landscape of WWE Raw. Breakker's rise, Heyman's betrayal, and Rollins' injury create a web of tension that promises to dominate the narrative for weeks or even months. WWE creative teams now have the opportunity to craft one of the most compelling storylines of the year, blending action, emotion, and psychological drama into an unforgettable arc. For fans, this moment signifies a turning point. Rollins' journey is no longer just about in-ring success. It is about survival, strategy, and the resilience required to overcome both physical and emotional obstacles. The stage is set for dramatic pay-per-view showdowns and backstage intrigue that will captivate audiences worldwide. Conclusion: a story of betrayal and resilience. Seth Rollins' injury and the shocking betrayal by Paul Heyman and Bron Breakker mark a defining chapter in WWE history. The Visionaries' era is under siege, and fans are witnessing a complex interplay of power, ambition, and human emotion unfold in real time.